Well, first of all, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have that because I have better throat than him.
Breakdancing isn't just a guy who's just going.
No,
doing all that.
Yeah, but
Jason, I was on your side so hard.
He said he just listened to
Yeah, that's why I went to his side.
if anybody, whoever hangs around me, there should be a reasonable expectation that if you are choking, I will not save you.
If there's a reasonable expectation that if you're in a situation, I won't help.
Aloha!
Toodaloo.
Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast. We're
Welcome.
here. We're three men, and
Jason.
we're all looking for courtship.
What?
What?
Courtship?
That's like an
Marriage?
old way of marriage and sex.
Whoa.
I want to be
30 seconds of YouTube
courted.
quick. Huh?
I want to be courted. Like I don't want to be hit on. I want to be courted.
Yes. Take me to the medieval times and then fuck me.
30 seconds of YouTube. Really coming in hot here.
I'm sorry, YouTube.
Jason bleep him. Jason
I'm sorry,
Jason
I'm
will
gonna get
bleep Danny
yelled
for
at
the
by,
first
people
30
in the comments,
Yeah,
so.
30 minutes.
Also, what's this like matching scheme? I didn't get the memo on of wearing a shirt under an open Hawaiian shirt. Kinda.
I definitely had this on first.
It's called a trend, and I know you didn't.
And Danny
because-
just stole. Well, I'm in California right now, so that's real. Like I'm actually doing it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, people in California don't. That's not. They don't wear that.
Where I'm going, they do probably.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Tourist.
Yeah.
I'm not going to the. Very...
I could also go to a fucking Trader Joe's and somebody's wearing that. So I don't know. Just saying.
Yeah, Danny's outfits are always really cool. Hey, guess what? He was so flustered about his old fake chain, got a new one.
No, I lost it.
Oh, do you take care of anything?
How'd you lose it?
Well, lose is probably not the right word, but either way.
You sold it for crack.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It got dirty, and because it's a very fake chain, when I was cleaning it, I was using cleaning products, and it became not gold.
Yeah, you rubbed the gold off.
I lost my gold chain and got a shitty whatever color that was chain.
What color was underneath?
It was like a mixture of like silver and like orangey spots, kind of.
Yeah, well, that's what we're dealing with.
So I lost it.
How'd it get
Kind of.
dirty?
That's in the story for another day.
Whoa.
It's within the first 5 minutes.
Well, let me see how far. So, like, yeah, I don't think it'll make it past that part.
No, that's a story for another day. But now I got a brand new shiny one.
Brand new shiny one. Jason's finally back. by the
Hello.
way.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason. It's been like 7 months.
Quite some weeks.
Jason's took a long leave.
Officially, according to the video, it's only been 2 weeks.
Someone asked if you're still alive.
Yeah,
I did see that.
it's a good question.
I had COVID.
So now it's not us just babbling to each other. Now we have some news again.
Yes. It's
Well-
more structured.
Yes, more structure, kind of, not
I
even.
could cut you guys off when you go on a little rant.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, here we go. Producer Jason's back.
And now we'll have all the answers at our disposal again instead of just not knowing
just
anything.
completely yelling.
I really enjoy when Jason isn't here, honestly.
Got him.
I mean,
Got
you
him.
can be here, but I don't like the screen.
Danny just doesn't like being fact checked.
Yeah, I like to ponder and discuss.
Disgust.
Everybody, we can figure it out ourselves.
Oh, and we finally have the goalie equipment coming. I think we're narrowing in on a place. That's the 800 patron goal, and people are going to be shooting some pucks at Danny. That's patreon.com/pickyboys. Get in there. The Mom's Podcast is already up. We're at 820 patrons. We're going to get to 900, then 1,000. We're going to get a tattoo.
Gonna have some jerseys.
That's true.
sure.
I'm excited for that.
That's
I had.
J-
It's gonna be great.
Jason saw a pop-up tab while he was looking up stuff. He was like, "Oh, can I just close all this stupid shit out?" I'm like, "That's literally a custom jersey we got for you." But all right, buddy. Maybe we'll give it to somebody
I
else.
didn't say stupid.
No, he said really, really dumb.
He said mega stupid.
All right, I do see a lot of tabs open. Let's get into one. Let's get juices flowing a little bit.
All right, we had some old ones that we missed because I've been gone.
So you've been stacking them up.
So you've been stacking them up.
We've been stacking news a little bit. So this is from like last week or so, but it's a Ohio Supreme Court ruled that boneless chicken wings can have bones in them.
Oh, this makes me really angry.
It makes me angry too.
I'm glad.
We're gonna need some context.
I'm glad we
here.
share anger. First of all, boneless wings. Those are nuggets, right? Those are chicken
No,
nuggets.
we've gone through this a million
I
times.
don't think so.
They're chicken nuggets.
Well, I'd say they're more like
Tenders.
They're cubes of chicken.
yeah, because
No, they're
nuggets are
not.
usually minced chicken and then shaped like a
Yes.
McDonald's nugget.
That's how you get them in the shape of a dinosaur.
Yeah, but you guys thought that it was the actual wing meat
No.
taken off and then like
But it is mixed minced chicken.
It's fucking chicken. It's chicken nuggets.
Well, I'm just saying
No,
it's
it's
different
not.
than because like pop. That's the same way like popcorn chicken's a little different than chicken nugget. That's all I'm saying.
It's
Popcorn chicken is way more similar to boneless wings.
Yeah, popcorn chicken is boneless wings. If you say boneless wings is just popcorn chicken, I'm like, yeah, absolutely agree.
It's literally a diced cube of chicken that you fry. It's not a mixed. You can't make it into a dinosaur.
This is
you can't make it into a
you-
dinosaur.
You unbelievably could make it into a dinosaur.
Absolutely not.
100% I could make it into a fucking dinosaur. Also, when you go there and you get them,
It's so hard to cut it like that, but you
stop
could.
saying cut it. It's still all this. It's still all
it's
this.
not.
No, it is
yes,
not.
it is.
It's
Yes,
not
it is.
minced.
You
It's not
see
minced.
them. You see them. They're in different shapes and sizes. It's like all fucking.
They're in
fucked up.
random cuts. It's not minced chicken.
I hate both these people. Why are there bones in them?
We already have a boneless argument clip. So basically, this guy from Ohio, I'm guessing, got all you can eat boneless wings or something, and
Yeah.
he ate a boneless wing, and he felt something going down his little throat,
So chicken.
pipe.
Yeah, right.
and it was a bone, and he tried throwing up, and he was unsuccessful. And then it says next 2 days he developed a fever. He was rushed to the ER,
Oh my god!
and
Tore open a hole in the wall of his esophagus.
Jeez.
doctors found a 1.
Jesus Christ.
1 3/8 inch, bro. That's huge.
Okay,
That's
okay.
too much for most women.
Yeah, that's the biggest bone I've ever seen. A 1 point.
How does he swallow that without noticing?
So essentially a 1
As if your body's not expecting it.
a 1.2 inch bone, a 1.2 inch chicken bone, and he just swallowed it. How? What is this guy? This guy's not chewing.
Bro, this guy hadn't eaten in 3 days at least and was scarfing this down.
A 105-degree fever.
Also, at this point, it sounds like he's not even eating boneless wings. He's eating a fucking tender. Because he cut up his wing into thirds, and there was still a 1 3/8 inch. That's a huge boneless wing.
I think he was just eating wings, dude.
So I guess he sued. I don't know who the fuck he sued.
It says it right there, down. It says Bergheimer sued the restaurant and their chicken suppliers, arguing that the seller's negligence led to his injuries.
That's fair.
I
That's,
agree.
That's fair.
I
Yeah,
agree.
he should definitely win. But bro, 1.2 inches with your finger. Do 1.2.
That's a big bone.
Do 1.2 inches with your finger, bro.
That's huge.
You can't chew that. You can't chew that properly,
No, just swallowing that whole.
bro. Swallowing
gonna
that
cut you up.
because it's not just the bone you're swallowing. That means you're also swallowing the chicken around the bone because you didn't see it. That's a big swallow.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So the court ruled that the man who ordered the boneless wings should have expected bones to be in them.
How? He was
What does that
literally
mean?
told the opposite.
Literally called boneless wings.
So I understand. Like, so if he got chicken tenders or nuggets and there was a bone and he swallowed it and all this happened, I'd say, well, you should have been more careful. If they literally told him there will be no bones in this, they are bone free, they are boneless, and then it
is
had a
in the-
bone,
it is literally in the name.
Yeah,
that's not.
It's in
That's
the name.
Yeah, that's not fair.
See, this is what happens when you trust like that. That's why I don't trust like
Yeah,
that.
but it's. I mean, I don't know. I'm
He's on the
I'm
chicken
de-
You're on
side.
the chicken
He's on the
side?
chicken supplier side.
I'm definitely on the side of like, this is an animal. They just missed a bone. Like you still have to be less reckless when you're eating. Like there shouldn't be bones in there, but there are all kinds of dishes you order that should be boneless. That sometimes there's a bone in there. Oh, whoopsie.
Yeah, but
It's
they
a
don't
thing.
say
Yeah, no,
boneless.
see,
it's not in
Like
the title.
a lot of times, like a boneless fish will have a little bone in it.
Sue
It
them.
happens.
I've never had a boneless fish.
Sue 'em.
They title it boneless fish.
Well, it's bone out fish or whatever. Like they take the bones out, but sometimes the bones are really thin, and so you get a bone in there.
I think if you fucking and then if you choke on the bone,
You're eating you're eating an animal that has bones, and even though it says boneless, you should know that there could potentially be a bone there.
Bro, Danny being on the side of
he's always on the side of authority.
Danny being on the side of
I'm
the
really-
restaurant and not the man who houses chicken is crazy.
He's
to
still
me.
on the side of the waterfall.
I know.
This could have just easily happened to you.
Easily could
I
have
mean,
happened to you.
yeah, that's fine, but like.
Hey, you would. Oh,
Danny, if you had several surgeries and 2 medically induced comas, you'd be
That's
fine
crazy.
with it.
Well, first of all, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have that because I have better throat than him. But it's. I mean,
this is so crazy.
Danny can swallow a
listen,
bone.
it's just like I understand what he's doing, and yeah, maybe he should have gotten some money, but I think he's getting a little intense here.
I would be totally on your side if they didn't title it boneless
can't
wings.
you-
Look, Dieters added that, well, according to the opinion, he compared boneless wings to the food chicken fingers, noting that people would not actually think they're eating fingers.
That's a good point, I guess.
Just because it says it means it is in general boneless. But if a bone slips in, it's not their fault. It's an animal that has bones.
No, first of all, it's definitely their fault.
No, it
slips-
is
it's definitely their fault.
unbelievably
Something
their fault.
slipped through the cracks.
But it's definitely their fault. It's still
Yeah.
negligence on the butcher, whoever like
Yes.
chopped it.
Also, it's
the
way
chicken suppliers who he sued, right?
It's way easier if you go on the menu, just like in parentheses or a little asterisk, may contain actual bones.
I don't know. It seems fucked up. Also, like, it's a whole like if you have kids, you give them boneless wings. Yeah, have your little boneless wings. Now you gotta watch your kids.
I think
Make
an
sure-
important question is, how old is this man?
the courts used. Oh, wait, hold on.
Right, hold on, let him finish up.
The courts use the Allen test method to determine negligence, which evaluates both if the harmful substance was foreign to the food or natural and whether the customer could reasonably guard against it. They found the bone was natural and large in comparison to the piece of chicken.
So here's the other thing, and there's no way to know this, but yeah, if it's like, okay, this chicken had a deformity and was growing a bone in its breast where the meat come from,
That's not natural. Then that's not natural.
that's different. But if they just butchered it incorrectly, that's definitely their fault, bro. It's a boneless wing.
Yeah.
They butchered it incorrectly.
Also, if I agree with them in the sense that if the chicken nugget, whatever, is this big, and the bone is this big, well, how did he eat the thing? I
don't know
That's
how
what
he
I'm
did
saying.
that,
That's
bro.
That is what it seems to say. After that, it said any reasonable person would have been able to identify the bone.
See, I agree with you on that because, dude, a 1 3/8 bone in a chicken, whatever, in a boneless chicken wing.
No, this guy for sure. I'll tell you this. He definitely had like 6 or 8 beers with his meal too. That's probably how it led to that. How do you not notice? That's the only way I wouldn't.
But what did he do?
Oh, yeah,
you know,
right
he
underneath it.
he put it in and swallowed it. You know what I mean? It's
Dude, when I'm drunk, I'll probably miss a bone or two.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
this is insane. Like that's wild. But then if he's drunk, then he's operating machinery under the influence,
What?
and then you know you
How is
can't.
he operating machinery?
I
Was
know,
that a-
it's
was that
not.
a-
It's a joke, JT. It's not actual machinery. I'm saying if he's eating it drunk, then like that's probably against his case too, because he's eating it, you know, probably wrong.
Unlike the presence of the bone in this case, the presence of lactose or gluten in a food that was advertised as lactose or gluten-free is not something a consumer would customarily expect and be able to guard against. Exactly. So if I got something that was gluten-free and there was a piece of gluten in it, and they could go, oh, well, you're supposed to expect that there's gluten in it. That's bullshit.
But this is unlike that.
I know, but I don't think it should be. This is what the people ruled.
Yeah, the whatever. He's saying that it is similar. They're saying
I'm
it's
saying
not.
it is.
But I'm just wondering, like, if you flip the other way in this case, and the guy wins. Now, if I find a bone in any boneless wing, it is illegal, and I can sue a restaurant.
Well, if you
It's
yes,
just
if you
Ohio.
choke on it, you can sue
Well, no,
for damages.
it's
like-
but I'm saying once you set this precedent, I don't think I necessarily need to choke.
No, yes,
on
you
it.
do, Danny. If there's a wet floor
I mean,
in the
if you-
store,
if you-
you have to slip on it too. You
Yeah,
can't just go,
you-
"Oh, there's a wet floor. I'm suing."
Sue,
you have
sue.
to get injured on it.
Yeah, I guess
Also,
so.
all they have to do, all the restaurants have to do is just put in parentheses may contain bones, and they're safe from that.
That's true.
So like, it's just not if like Danny's gonna order 100 pounds of chicken, chicken and make sure and find a bone to sue the place. That doesn't make any sense.
Again, I understand the boneless argument, but that's kind of just what they're called. I think you just have to know that you're eating an animal that has bones. You might get a bone, and stop eating like a fucking savage, maybe.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
That's probably fair.
See now, what about this? And then we'll get off this because we've been talking about chickens and bones for a little bit. But what about if it was an eating competition and they gave him that? Now what? Because then you're kind of under the assumption where you're not eating normally.
True, but you definitely in every eating competition you sign a thing that says
That's true.
if you get hurt, it's all your fault.
Yeah, but that actually doesn't mean nothing. What signing a waiver doesn't? You can still sue.
I've also heard that. I've heard a waiver means almost
that
nothing
doesn't
in
mean
court.
that doesn't mean anything. It's just so it doesn't mean anything.
I heard it deters people from suing though because they go, "Oh, well, I did sign something." Well,
Sucks.
I don't know.
To be fair, this is what people get for ordering boneless chicken. Honestly, I think that's going to be my final
No,
input
boneless
there.
chicken is so much better.
It's good.
Oh my god!
I wouldn't say
Whoa,
better.
you're definitely a wing guy though, no?
This is like
It depends on the place,
that's fair.
but yeah.
Listen, Applebee's boneless wings.
Yeah. Oh, if it's
Half
any
off
kind of
apps.
chain whatsoever, I'm ordering boneless.
Yeah.
If it's a
for
place
sure.
with good wings, then I'll get like a big. I like a big wing. You know?
It's like it's totally it's a totally different eating experience. I like boneless personally. Sue me, Antonio. Sue me like this guy did.
I would if I could. You guys are a bunch of. You deserve bones in you.
But it does make for a very funny headline. I'll give you that.
There was a one time my dad was eating with my mom's family for one of the first times, or they've known each other for a year or two, and just eating fish, right, that my grandma prepared, full bone stuck in between his throat. Jesus. And he was like coughing, screaming, like not screaming, but like hitting his chest and really panicking. Rest of the table just laughing at him. Just laughing at him. And I feel like that happens quite a bit. Is that when I've seen people choke maybe 3 times, saved one, by the way, he owes me his life.
Wow.
But that kind of does happen. It's either you don't know what to do or you think they're messing around.
Yeah.
And you kind of just start laughing. Worst people to have in a situation, by the way. Worst people to have.
Yeah, you're fighting for your life.
There was one time where I was in the bathroom and one of our friends was choking down here, and all Danny did was scream.
Yeah.
Scream.
I
And
mean,
then I showed
When
him.
was this?
It was when we were younger.
I certainly would never think anybody was messing around. I've never seen anybody go, oh God, help me.
Well, it's not really like that, but it's like, it's like, it's like people can get the assumption. But Robert was choking down here, and I was in the bathroom, and he was just shoving his face with Napoleon desserts, and they're a little dry. They could get a little dry.
Flaky.
They're a little flaky, and then he started choking, and what he says is like he did this and pointed at Danny, and Danny just kind of went, just started screaming.
Yeah, I mean,
and then I came out and helped. But the point is, what a guy to have in the situation.
This is my philosophy on a lot of things. I did not know what to do, didn't want to make the situation worse, so I will make sure I get somebody who can do something. That's a good philosophy.
He didn't get up and look for help. He just started screaming.
And,
Were you alerted by
what
his
happened?
screams?
I came in and said, Danny, shut the fuck up.
You came in because someone was screaming. I was doing what Robert couldn't do because he was choking on cake.
You guys know how to do the Heimlich on yourself?
Yeah, you gotta just you gotta sprint and pretty much dive onto a chair.
You're supposed to like run into whatever ledge you can find like this and just run into it.
Yeah, just bang. He didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Again, I don't know these things.
I don't think you'd be able to do that for yourself anyway.
I didn't want to hurt him. I don't want to break his ribs. Or is that CPR?
You could break a rib. You could break a rib.
Either way.
You're right. So instead, do nothing. What if we
That's
didn't
not
come?
doing nothing. The fact that you came is not doing nothing.
Well, I was already down here. I was just peeing.
And then what happened? You would have taken your leisurely time.
I think what actually happened is I didn't even get here fast enough. I went, what the fuck's going on? And what he said is he punched himself in the throat and it broke it up. And
so he kind of did do self Heimlich.
And then he went, thanks, Danny.
You should. If anybody, whoever hangs around me, there should be a reasonable expectation that if you are choking, I will not save you.
If there's a reasonable expectation that if you're in a situation, I won't help.
No, that's not. You keep twisting my words. I won't personally help because I don't know how to.
Right.
But I will find you the help you need
Via screams.
via screams or I don't know, calling people. I don't know.
Fair enough.
As long as he's prepared. He's prepared.
Yeah, this is a good thing. It's a good thing.
Punching and choking's very scary. Choking's very scary. Like what a thing that could just take you out. But yeah, punched himself in the throat and broke it up. That's fucking hilarious to me. That's a survivor right down there. Oh.
Wow.
All right, those are my 2 choking stories. And my other one is that Ray was choking down here. People who've watched for a while know these 2 people. A long time ago. Ray was choking down here. And another person we had down here just screaming, not helping. And he came up to me. He gave me that, and he turned.
Universal symbol.
Yeah, and he turned around. And I was like, all right, I got you. And I pumped him out and just, hey, relax. And then everything he had, just I hit something where he just threw up everything. And it unclogged everything, and he threw up on my ground. And he went, thanks, bro. It's like casual life-saving event.
That's the one you saved.
Yeah, that's one I saved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's people, that's good for you that you know how to do this stuff.
Well, it's more just like not screaming and panicking and then like focusing. But
Would you say you know how to do the Heimlich?
I did it.
Oh, so you know how to do it.
Well, not
just
really.
gotta dry
Not
hump
really. You kind of just push on the diaphragm. It's not that hard.
You're talking way too many big words here.
Getting all sciencey on me.
My bad. I know anatomy.
Is a story on here that the public opinion won and Chipotle is now giving people more portions.
Chipotle flipped?
Chipotle flipped. Well,
Yeah.
they kind of deferred blame onto the stores themselves. The guy was
Yeah.
like, "Listen, we conducted an investigation, and we know we are serving smaller portions, but we never told anybody to do this." And so now they're retraining everybody, and we're getting bigger portions, baby.
I've never eaten at a Chipotle anyway.
Oh, you don't like Mexican food?
No, not really.
I mean, obviously I love Chipotle, but I also love Chipotle style restaurants, like the
Yes.
assembly line restaurant.
Jersey Mike's.
Love them.
The
Not
Chipotle
really.
have sandwiches.
Not
No?
really, actually.
Why not?
You kind of just like order, and they will ask you what you want on it, but I usually just say like, give me the thing.
Oh,
on
you
the
get a
board.
pre-made one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give me the thing on the
Assembly
board.
line restaurants are all right. Do you mean? Can I have an example? Do you mean Panda Express kind of thing?
Subway.
It's kind of like Panda Express.
Subway's trash.
Subway.
bro.
It's assembly.
You know who I really think started it all? Who programmed our minds to be the assembly line? Is
Ford.
Henry Ford. Yes. Everybody just saw those car parts going by and was like, I'm gonna munch on
It's
those.
like, what if these were sandwich ingredients?
No, I think it's Cold Stone Creamery. I think that's the
Oh,
first
okay.
assembly line restaurant I ever went to.
We're getting real, with restaurant. We're getting real liberal with the word restaurant there.
Or, food establishment.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they programmed it into our minds.
Ooh.
Maybe ice cream shops.
Bro, oh god, ice cream, and then it's like, and the Kit Kats, and then the M&Ms. Oh,
I know.
Jesus.
The liberty of choice is so great. It really is. It is so great.
Get this man in the office.
The liberty of choice is so great, because or else you have to order a pre-made thing at a restaurant and go, but can I sub out this for this?
Yeah.
And can I add this and add this? And it's like, once you do two of those, it's way too much.
I'll be honest, if we didn't have the luxury of being able to kind of change things on the menu, I don't think I'd be able to really eat anywhere. I don't think there's ever been something I ordered where I didn't change something.
You love
There
a substitution.
definitely has been.
You're picky.
I
You're very
really don't
picky.
think so. I'm not kidding. Even like the wings, I'm like, can I have it lightly sauced, please?
Yeah, well,
it's like
you're
I
crazy.
change everything.
Antonio loves a substitution.
I do love a substitution.
Or just the total, just don't even put it on.
Or get rid of, which I think is easier.
See, I'm an adder. I'm not going to take things off. Most of the time. I'm not going to take things off.
What are you taking off? The rare occasion.
Probably the vegetable.
Yeah,
no?
there are some burgers that absolutely do not need the garden or whatever they
Well,
call
it's
it.
not. Well, yeah, because when you get, for example, you get a burger and it goes, and you get it with bacon, and a fried egg and like crimply onions on it. It's like, okay, now the burger is this big.
Yeah.
Get rid of the garden. Now it's an eatable burger. That's what I think.
True. And I think some burgers are supposed to have the garden. Like the garden adds to the burger itself.
Never, but I agree.
Rarely.
I guess.
But
Rarely.
But when you have a burger like that,
Yeah.
which sounds like fucking
And
delicious
also-
burger, bacon, fried egg, and crumbly uncrusted.
I got you, big dog. That was
That
so
sounds
violent.
so
That was
good.
violent. Also, tomatoes, they're just so wet. Tomatoes are so wet.
That's the only thing I tell them
It's
to
a
take off.
wet burger.
I get a chopped cheese. I'm like, take off tomatoes.
Oh man,
See?
you guys
Substitution.
Are missing out.
Substitution.
Tomatoes are good.
It makes the bread soggy.
Hell yeah, Jason.
That is
like,
true.
Yeah, but that's if you. Well, he's a big. I'll save the other half for later guy. I'm eating the whole thing right there.
I like
so
that.
The bread's not getting soggy.
I like to save the other half for later, guy. I like that.
Yeah, but yeah, Chipotle. Back to this. Chipotle basically gaslit everyone for a full month before then making this decision. They tried to say to everyone, no, we didn't make it smaller. We didn't make it smaller, and then eventually they admitted, oh, you know what? They have gotten a little
Right.
smaller.
So I'm confused. So the top brass in Chipotle said that they didn't tell them to do it, but then they admitted that everyone was doing it. Is that what happened?
Yeah, and
Basically.
they honestly might be. Like, is Chipotle a franchise?
Yeah.
So
You could franchise
it
it.
might be the franchisees who
But-
were making it smaller. They might not be lying.
But if the franchisees want it to be smaller to, skim off the top, make some more money, can the CEO not make them do that? Because I thought once it's franchised, you bought it already.
Yeah, but you still have to have the standards, meet
Yeah.
the standards of the main company.
So it's like the state and federal.
Yeah, like you can't just start changing everything. You know what? Fuck the burritos. We're just serving
Yeah.
bowls here. at
Actually,
this
let's
Chipotle.
change the name from Chipotle.
You can't do that.
God.
you're still under like contract, they're still your supplier, so they can just stop
Gotcha.
selling.
He said at least 10% of its locations were skimping on portion sizes.
Great,
But
100%.
how do you even put that number together? Where do you put that number?
I think you just get a source. I don't
Did an
know.
investigation.
I know you get
don't
the source.
You get an
Hired
investigation.
detectives.
They did an internal investigation.
Yeah.
You know what I could do without that? without the investigation, just go, oh yeah, they were doing it, we're gonna fix it, and what? Not fix it. I could do that too.
That might be what they do.
Does the same thing.
It was funny, the whole trend of people recording them. It was pretty fucked up, honestly, but funny. Because they're just minimum wage workers.
Yeah, a lot of people unfortunately pass their rage on to the wrong person.
That's usually what happens.
We're literally shooting the messenger.
Yeah, the guy on the front lines who has no idea what's going on.
It definitely yes, but it's also you're shooting the guy making your burrito that you're upset about.
True.
I wouldn't say it's the messenger.
I'm just saying, if he's told to do smaller portions,
True.
you like berating him isn't going to do anything.
Yeah, but I also
or her.
I can't work in that kind of service industry. I can't do it because I feel like if someone came in recording, being like, "Oh, yeah, you know, you got your portions are smaller," I would start getting tweezers and be like, "All right, there's your bean, there's your chicken, and get the fuck out of my face." Like I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, oh, I commend. No, that's not right. Is commend good or bad?
Good.
Condemn is the bad one.
Yeah.
I commend waiters and waitresses so much because I know it's a job I would genuinely never be able to do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold a job for a week because what do they have to put up with? It's like I wouldn't be able to do it.
Be nice to your waiters and waitresses.
Yes, please.
That's the world's biggest red flag.
And your bartenders. It's the world's biggest red flag.
It really is.
Did you ever? I don't think I've ever really sat with someone who was just immediately rude to the wait staff.
I feel like it's older people, like family sometimes.
Maybe.
Well,
There's been waiters that are immediately rude to me. I'm like, oh, I don't know what I did to deserve that one. Like, that's happened. But they can have bad days.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've sat with somebody that was rude to a waiter or waitress, really. I have been with the people that if they forgot their Coke for 4 seconds, like, well, no tip for that one. It's like, all right, stop being a loser. It's like, what are you talking about? Dude, I don't remember your name. It's like, we complain about their Coke. It's like, it's crazy.
all right.
Look at this woman.
Let's take a break from food talk for
That's
the rest
fair.
of this.
That's fair. We'll get
so-
back to it, I'm sure.
So Danny wanted us
Olympic
to look at this.
Games.
Oh my God,
It's
we
part of
gotta
our
do the-
ongoing Olympic Games report.
This Olympics shit.
The shooters. I got shooters.
Shooters be shooting.
Shooters.
The shooting competition. They're allowed to wear
Whatever
these
they want?
optical things. The one on the right is blocking out, so she only has one eye open.
Wait, hold on. Which
Sorry, her left. The colorful one.
we're looking at her. Which one?
The colorful one.
That blocking
On the right.
division?
That's blocking the vision. So it's just
Wow.
like putting something in front of your eye.
Okay.
And then the other one, I forgot exactly what it said. It like blocks out light and like focuses, which kind of feels like cheating, honestly.
Dude, it looks like Spy Kids. Enhance. First of all, the one on the right with that looks like a little screen. I thought it was a high tech thing.
Yeah, I thought she was like a cyborg.
Yeah, it looks like a little
It
screen.
looks pretty crazy.
It looks pretty cool.
Whoa! Oh, JT screamed
This one's a
right
lot
into the
different.
mic. That one, the gun has a custom skin on it. That's
Yeah.
cool.
The other one looks like an assassin.
This
Like-
one?
No, the next one.
The next one. Oh, you've
Yeah.
This one?
Oh yeah, I feel like she would like just come up to me in an alleyway.
Oh, that one's
This
just
one's not cool.
raw dogging it. I love that. I
No
love the raw
optical
dog.
zoom.
No.
All
No-
natural.
Notable is that this person won the gold
Without the optical zoom?
without the optical zoom.
You know what it is? It's because when you're just naturally great, everyone else has to use these weird tricks to try to catch up to you. This chick's just glasses. I could kill you where you stand now. I don't need no. Well, she's still blocking her other eye.
Can you play that video, or is it the one on the top left, or is it blocked still?
What does that mean?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not what he meant. Obviously,
You may like
it's really the top. It's the right of the
top
screen,
right.
but on the
Sorry,
yeah.
top right. Yeah. This woman's got a lot of aura, as
This
the
woman?
kids say. It just looks like she doesn't care, but you know she does a lot.
They should really find out who the best shooter is and give him like paintball bullets or whatever and put him in a course and all right, last one standing.
Nah, you see, you change the game completely once you need tactical movement.
Exactly.
Like this is a video game character right here.
But what is?
I think
What are they
yeah, I
shooting?
think
She broke a world record.
A target.
No.
I think they're air guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're live rounds.
No. I don't think they could be live.
I think
rounds.
they're just like metal BBs.
So that makes it even harder, right? Because there's no spiral or anything. Well, that guy's jumping.
Nah, they have to be using
Okay, sure.
still spiral bullets, I think. It would kind of defeat the whole purpose if they were working with BBs that would spin and change the.
Well, I think
That's
is it?
true, honestly.
Damn.
It could still be it could be a pellet gun.
She looks damaged.
see-
She looks like she's crying.
Yeah. Well, no, because she's to
You
get
fucking cheated on me.
yeah. To get focused, she needs to imagine that target as a loved one or something, or someone has my wife. First of all, is it weird to think that if you give me 3 days, I could hit that bullseye? Is it weird to think that?
Yeah. No,
Hit
no,
the
no. Hit
bullseye?
hit the bullseye is fine, but it's just can you do it regularly in competition is what sets them apart from you.
No, I probably can't.
Did you watch this?
Not the full event, no. I
Is
watched
it?
clips.
Do you know how it works? Is it like darts, or is it just like hit the bullseye every time and that's the best thing?
It's like
yeah.
It's like rounds, so you're trying to get as many points within the rounds you have.
It's kind
And
of
do you
like
want to hit the bullseye every time? That's
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
that's
Do
more
you ever play those games on the phone or something where you're trying it's 8 points, then 9, 10
Yeah.
points, and 20 points? It's all that. It's all the same thing.
But darts is different. That's the one
Right.
that is different.
But I'm talking about like archery. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Same thing. I think I can win this competition.
You definitely can.
I think I can.
You definitely cannot.
You're just shooting a gun.
Oh, world record for Koreans.
Have you ever shot a gun?
No.
Why do you think you can win?
Because I just feel like I have that motor training where it's like, okay, well, this is how you do it, and I could just do that 100 times. Like, once I have it once, I feel like I can do it.
This woman would beat you 10 times and then kill you
Kill me how?
With the gun.
with the gun.
Winner takes all.
Oh, I didn't say I would duel her. I don't want to do that. She could probably beat me in a duel.
Oh,
High
what's-
noon.
why?
See, there's the point system. You got it now. That makes more sense because the other one was just. First of all, it looks like she's wearing a blindfold. I think I could beat someone with a blindfold on.
It's just to get the light. It limits the light. I don't really know what that does for you.
I just think when it's not physical like this, I got a chance. It's not a high jump. Can't beat anybody in a high jump. I can't beat children's high jump probably. But archery, I think I can do it.
What about breakdancing?
No, can't
New
do that.
sport
That's
added.
That's so physical. I
That
can't
is
do
physical.
that.
You can't break dance.
These women,
You can't dance.
if these
dance.
women have never break danced, they could probably beat the shit out of me breakdancing.
Well, are they like spinning on their head and shit?
I don't think it happened yet, but yeah, I think that's the.
I might have to catch that one. That
that's
one
probably
sounds
what's
kind of
gonna
fun.
happen. Yeah,
And then it's just a judge's
it's
thing.
like gymnastics or diving or whatever.
That's kind of bullshit. And
Why?
any sport where it just comes down to some guy going, "That was good. That one sucked." It's not really a sport.
I mean, it's just a objective. I mean, it's like a just an opinion sport.
Well,
They're
what about-
judging, and also for I don't know if they do it for all of them, but for diving, there's like a bias. They take into account bias, so they drop the best score and the worst score that the 9 judges gave, and then add the rest together.
That makes sense. Well, a little unfair, but that makes sense.
But I mean, it's hard when there's no like attached number exactly to it.
What about floor gymnastics? That's a sport, pretty much, but that's still opinion, right?
Yeah.
I guess so. But how do you judge breakdancing? That seems a bit more complicated than because I could judge. Okay, wow, they did like this many flips and they stuck the landing this well. But breakdancing isn't just that. Just a guy who's just going.
No,
Doing all that?
Yeah, but there's
no,
there's
but
like
there's-
moves
yeah.
that are
It's like skateboarding.
Harder and
it's
easier?
like skateboarding, Like, yeah, oh, he rode that rail for 10 seconds. This guy stood on his hands for 20, It's like, there's a way to judge everything.
I guess so. I don't know. Hot take. I don't think breakdancing is a sport, personally.
That's probably.
Do you
not a
think
hot
video,
take.
like esports is sports?
No,
Oh,
definitely not.
Okay, hold
I
on.
have a whole curriculum for what I
Whoa,
think
hold
a
on.
sport is.
All right.
I don't know if I remember every rule, but I think there needs to be some kind of athletic component to it, which breakdancing definitely has. Esports definitely does not.
Okay.
And I love esports.
No,
I
keep
love
going,
it.
keep going.
I think that there needs to be some kind of objective scoring system, right? Like basketball's got the hoop, football's got the
touchdowns.
the end zones, the field goals, whatever.
All right, it's getting harder.
Which is where I think maybe breakdancing wouldn't have that.
Okay.
I can't remember my other rules. I had a whole system for what I thought was a sport, what I thought wasn't.
What a beautiful clip he was making, and then he forgot the rest of his rules.
Wait, but what about so you're basically getting rid of all judge-based sports?
No, not necessarily. I think there just needs to be a objecting like scoring curriculum.
Yeah, but then you add the refs into basketball, and it's like, what's the point of the
Yeah,
score?
every sport has subjectiveness for sure because of the refs. And also every sport has like, oh, this is a foul, this isn't, even though both had contact.
Also, like your favorite sport, the UFC, aside from the knockout, is kind of a
Yeah, for sure, but-
judge-based sport.
And there's no basketball or hoops. So is UFC not a sport?
No, it definitely is. But there's also in the judges' scoring curriculum, it's like, okay, significant strikes, power strikes. There is a whole rule book that the judges have to read over, and that's what they score by.
What about when video games turn into VR or something, and you have to run around?
I don't know. We're not fucking there yet. I don't think
We'll get there. I mean, we're not that far away.
No, we're not.
To where we're running around. What about that then? Now it's a sport because you move your legs a little bit. Because that's objective scoring. There's probably a coach. There's a ref
for sure. If
and there's
like,
movement.
Okay, if they made like a Call of Duty thing where you have to legitimately run around a map and like 4v4, like shoot at each other.
I don't think you'd be running around. I think it'd be a treadmill probably. I don't think.
Yeah. But you'd be running around.
Yeah.
It would require athleticism.
Yes.
For sure. I think that'd be a sport. Like I think paintball. Like if you did 4v4 paintball, I think that's a sport.
Okay.
They should do that. That'd be cool.
They do it, but
Warfare,
not in
Olympics.
Professional paintball is actually kind of boring to watch.
Yeah,
It's very formulated.
Yeah. It's the tactics that make it boring.
And the tactics, because like, well, I was about to say something so wrong. Never mind. But yeah, it's because it's pure battle tactic, and the same thing works every time.
I've been watching pretty religiously the Olympics here. There's some ones that I didn't think I'd like that I did. Badminton, incredibly intense.
Do they make noises?
Nah, not really.
Really?
No, but it just goes really quick. And then,
First of all, Olympic.
Dude, I bet if you look up like top 10 badminton highlights, they're fucking out of control sick.
Dude,
I bet you they are.
even Olympic ping pong is fire to watch.
ping pong's awesome. Horse dressage, that's not a sport. That's not. I'm sorry. I like it. I like seeing the horses prance around, do a little thing, but it's not a sport. That's crazy.
Eventually, when we're like huge, right, and then people go back and watch every single one to make compilations, I'm pretty sure Danny has slipped in horse dressage once a month.
I think it's just dressage.
Oh,
I think that's how you say it.
oh, then that will be added
Well,
to the.
it would be harder for them to search that.
I think it's dressage.
We don't need the pronunciation of that.
I need it.
All right, we'll end on this.
I had to search up. How do you say this? Badminton?
That's
Badminton.
it. You spelled it right.
Yeah.
It's called
Oh.
badminton.
Yeah, that's why I was going crazy. I was like, I've never heard anybody call it badminton.
What?
It's badminton.
Badminton.
No, you definitely say badminton.
No, you don't-
Badminton.
it's not badminton.
I think that's how you pronounce
It's not
it.
badminton.
Badminton.
No, it's not.
it's
it's
not.
badminton.
It's not badminton.
Look
Yes,
up.
it
Oh,
is.
it's not.
I
Look up.
absolutely
Yes, it
not
is.
badminton.
I just looked it up, Danny.
It's badminton.
No, we understand that's how it's spelled, Jason.
no,
look up.
that's
No, it's how it's pronounced.
I just
Badminton.
listened to the
I
video.
I just say badminton too.
Thank you.
Badminton.
Yeah.
You ready?
Badminton.
Fuck.
You just.
You listen to shit. You listen to shit. That's what you listen to.
That's Google. That's Google. Fuck.
Listen to shit.
Jason, I was on your side so
Oh,
hard.
He said he just listened.
Yeah,
to
that's
it.
why I went to his side.
First of all, this guy can't even.
I don't know what that was. That
Was
on
this the video you watched?
No, this. I think this was it.
Two correct ways. This is gonna whatever.
Oh, this is lame then. Why are we being hypnotized? By the way.
Badminton.
All right, that's all I needed.
Jason, go around and keep saying badminton.
Badminton.
People are gonna think you're an idiot.
This is what I get for being on your
I've
side.
only ever heard people say that.
You said that you just listened to it, so I jumped to your
I
side.
did just.
and immediately played it. First of all, it was phonetically spelled.
Badminton.
And we saw that. And then they said it. And they said it the way we said it.
Jason, god damn.
Pronunciation guide.
You're just. How do you pronounce the badminton ball?
What is that?
Shuttlecock.
Shuttlecock.
I thought it was a
That's how it's
birdie.
called?
What's a birdie?
That's in golf.
That's yeah, that's a golf thing. But there also is a birdie thing. I think. I don't know.
Oh, you're right.
A shuttle penis?
I think it's either birdie or shuttlecock. Also, that was 9 years ago. They didn't know how to pronounce things 9 years ago. What are you talking about, Jason?
But yeah, badminton's definitely been the highlights.
All right. Well,
Badminton.
Jason, the first time Jason comes back, fucked me. That's what he did. JT, tell him where to find you. Let's get out of here.
You can find me on Instagram at the JBalls.
Danny,
You can find me at Danny's watching and watching the Olympics.
you can find me at Ant Prisco. Can't forget to follow.
The Picky Boys podcast, the Picky Boys on Instagram, Picky Boys on Twitch, and the gaming channel and TikTok, all the things.
Oh, we had an audible moan over there.
Listen, just go into the description and every link you'll ever need will be there.
Making them do all the work.